Hi all, welcome to the channel, welcome to my world. This is the world of Wayne. Happy Friday. Look how big this box is. We have got pack 12 of the Agora Models release, a build, the LaFerrari. Now, as you can probably tell from that box, there is a load to do. In fact, the instructions are almost 100 pages long. So what I'm going to have to do is split this down into different videos. So what I'm going to do is do this in bite-sized chunks. I'm going to try and get the video length around 10 to 12 minutes, and we'll see how far we get. But I've basically laid out everything that we've got to put together on here at the moment. Now, obviously, the front end of the car and the doors and the bonnet and all of that has all been done. We are working on the back section at the moment. So all the instructions that I looked at look like this is going to take some time. So I hope you enjoy the revisit back to this. Without further ado, let's get cracking. Now, all the screws that we need for this actually came at the start of the build, so I've got them all laid out here. We're going to start on stage 91. Now, this is the inverter cooling unit I've got here. And the first thing I want to do is just take this cap here and push this into the top. That's a nice simple way to start. Now, bringing over the inverter, which we made in the last pack, which looks like this. As you can see on top here, we've got two little holes here. That is going to be holding the top of this detail here. We got two lugs just at the back here. I'm going to line them up with those holes. 1, 2, push that into place. Now, that is actually complete, but we do have this tie rod here that we need to keep safe for another time. In stage 92, we're going to be doing the front under tray, I believe. Just because we get the front under tray doesn't mean we're going to be doing that. So the first thing I need from this pack is the wiper, which I've got here. This has got a little sticky pad just there, which I need to take out. Open the bonnet. It's going to help just to line this up into a little indent that I've got at the top here. And just push that into position there. So then that sits in perfectly just like that. Put this back on the floor. I want to bring over this under tray. And I've got some details to add to that here. Now it's these two lugs that I'm interested in. They're going to match these two lugs here. So it's a case of lining them up and pushing them into place. Just like that. We've got some brackets here. Now these brackets are going to be a stay for this little flap that we've got here. So I'm going to be putting one in this side and also one in this side just there. They're going to be held in with P-screws. And I need 2 of these each side. It's time for my part work upgrades mount. We haven't seen this for some time because I want to put the main assembly on here upside down. I'm just going to keep this wire out the way because I'm going to be putting what you've just seen in this area here. Making sure I'm not pinching any wires. You want to put the nose tabs in first. Now I need type Y screws to put this in. So I'll work way around getting these in. I believe there is 6 of these. And this is the last one just going in here. Excellent, with that in place, that's all there is to do in that stage. Now in stage 93, we're going to start the remote control. Get this all open. And the first thing we're going to need is this control board looking just like this here. What I want to do is on the tops here, I've got these buttons to push in. Now these are rubber buttons. They're going to sit in just on top like that. They have got 2 very rubbery lugs at the bottom. They are square, so it doesn't matter which way they go round. As long as the lugs go in, I'm putting them in like that. So these are going to be able to press here. So let's get all of these in. And there you go, probably best on the top camera. That's all of them in place. I want to bring over this section now, which looks like that. Looks like a Ferrari steering wheel, and I've got the buttons to put in. So the one with 3 little icons on it is going at the top. Just drop them in. Then we've got the one with 2 with the little clip on the right hand side going in there, and again you can see on the top camera that fits into that indent, which means the other one with the little clip is going on the side just there. Now this is where it gets fun. I need to actually marry both of these together without anything falling out. So let me figure this one out. I think I can probably hold this sideways, so make sure it's around the right way, line up the holes, and push that into position. That's perfect. All of the buttons, you can see the legs are through, so that looks good. Just going to check they all operate. Yep, that's all good. I just need a type E screw, just one of these, and that's just going to hold this into place. I want to bring over the back section, which has got the battery box on it, link these two together with the wire, and then rotate this around so that this can fit comfortably over the back, just like that. And then using those type E screws again, I'm going to be able to close this off using 4 screws. Now this is going to take 2 AAA batteries. I will get them together now, and then you've got a case to put on there. The only other thing is, you see we've got a hole in the top there. We do have a rubber little grommet to push into there to fill that hole up like that. And that is the remote control complete. So in stage 94 here, we've got the rear under tray. Let's get this out. And for this section, we are going to be needing some glue. So I've got these hooks that I need to put into position. Then I do have 3 little holes for the lugs on this side. And I need these to be facing outward. You see these have got a curve on them. So this one's going to go just on here as a dry fit, and this one's going to go on here. Now what I'm going to do, because they fit quite tightly, is I'm going to put them in, but I'm going to use my cement glue just on this, and what will happen is the capillary action will pull this into these points there and make that a really tight bond. So that's how they should look. Now again, we've got lots of parts left over here. This big section here, and we do have some little bits here, but we don't actually use them in this stage. Now quite a few things in stage 95 here, so I'm going to get this open. It says we're going to be working on the battery compartment, but I've got loads of details in here. What I'm going to do is just put this to one side though, because I don't actually need any of this to start off with. What I am going to need is these panels here, which we had from stages 50 and 70, and I'm going to be piecing these together. Now we do have a lip on this side and a hole on this side, so I need to ensure that these join together. Let's get this lined up. Not the easiest thing to get in, I have to say, but when they're in, it should look like that. Now I've got some DD screws here, because I need to secure these parts in with one of these screws, and that's going to go into the hole that you can probably see just down the bottom there. So get that nice and tight. There we go, that piece is now locked into place there. Now remember in stage 94 we had these 2 columns, we need them now because we're going to be pushing them into place. They're going to go into the 2 holes that we can see just there. So I'm just going to check that they are a tight fit, which they are. You're not going to need glue for that. One in there, and wiggle that one in that side. So when they're in, they should look like that. So there you see how that looks. We're going to do the same with the other side. So again, it's just these 2 pieces here, which came in 49 and 69. And again, just line up that tab there so we can get this to fit into place. There we go, it's clipped in, so it looks like that. And again, that's how it should look like on the top camera there. Again, I'll take one of these DD screws, and screw that just into the hole here. And that looks just like that. This time we don't have to put those two little details in like we did the last one, but that is the end of that stage. Now stage 96 is the rear boot. I'm not going to open that pack because we're actually working on all the parts from stage 95. And the parts I need here is this pipe, all of these from stage 95, and this silver cylinder here. And all I'm going to do to connect these together is I'm just going to be pushing this smaller end here into the end just here. So when that's in, it's going to look like that. I now need this silver detail and this silver pipe work. I'm going to take in these ends here, not these ones, and pushing this into the side, making sure that's a nice tight fit in there. Then I've got this smaller pipe here, and the bent end here is going to go onto this hole just here. And then I'm going to want to fit these two assemblies that we've created together, so they go this way round. Push them down. Perfect. So that is now looking like that. Now I need to open this plate, which came in stage 95. And you see we've got two lugs just there. Well, underneath this section I've got two holes, so I just want to push them into those lugs here. So they're nice and tight. At the same time I want to take this pipe and put that in the first hole there. So as you can see, that holds that into place. Now the pipeline that we've got over here, we can rotate this round and that's going to go into the hole behind. So push that into place, just like that. That's looking really good. I do like how a lot of these pre-done sections just slot together, so there isn't as much building as you expect there to be. I do think it will be kind of hard to do every individual thing in here, so it's good that that's already been done for you. We haven't seen this section in a long time, have we? That looks pretty cool. But we're going to be putting this into position on this section. Now the way to put this in, it just slides in over the top. So if you put that on the top there and then just push it, as you can see it goes in just like that. We can move that pipe out of the way there. But that's in position there. We don't actually secure that in place at the moment. So it's just going to sit in there like that at the moment. And check this out. In stage 1, we had the registration plate which says LaFerrari. I'm now in a position to put that into place. Just turn this around. I've taken the stickiness off the back, and that's just going to go into this area just here, like that. Can't believe we're just doing that bit now. Okay, I'm just going to put that to one side. And that's what I am going to need stage 96, because I do need the rear boot section, which is this massive section just here. Check that out. That's brilliant. I love it. Absolutely love it. Now all I'm going to be doing is putting some grills in place. I'm going to turn that over. I'm going to have one grill just going in there like that. And then mirroring it on the other side, I've got the other grill, which is going to be going in there just like that. Now I need type M screws. We're going into metal, but that's what's going to hold these into place. So that's one side done, just do the other side. Now do you remember what I said about pre-made sections? Check this out, look, we've already had the lead for this already installed for us, which is brilliant. But with those grills in, that is how they're looking. Pretty cool. Now you see we've got this Ferrari writing here. What I need to do is just give that a wipe off, because it was covered in some silicone just to protect it while we had this in transportation, because I'm going to be putting this detail over the top, which is going to emboss this. So take it off the sticky and then use this as a guide, probably best on the top camera. I think that's pretty perfect. Just going to hold that for a second to let the glue do its thing. There we go. That looks like that. Perfect. And that is all there is to do in that stage, and I think that's where I'm going to call it a day for this pack so far. That looks absolutely amazing, doesn't it? Now, think about it. There's only 100 stages in this build, and we're up to stage 97. So 97, 98, 99, and 100 is going to be putting together everything that you see that we've got scattered around, including 4 packs that we haven't even opened yet. So there is still lots to do. I can foresee this being a few more videos, but I'm glad we got back to this. I really do hope you liked that video. If you did, please remember to give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed already, please remember to subscribe. Other than that, take care.